book. I was told that I needed to write a book. Well, actually, I was told that I needed to finish writing a book. So here it is, my grand accomplishment that everybody has been begging for. I love to write, and I'm told quite often that I'm good at it. But most people have only read some of my fictional works, if any of my work at all. I'm not huge into sharing my writing because people always look at me funny and start asking questions. I like to think of what I do as melting the candle of my mind into thin sheets of the imagination, or letting my thoughts run and play in the puddles of ink on the pages before me. No matter what anyone calls it, no phrase will change how I feel about it. It's never going to make sense to everyone, maybe not even to half the people that read it, but that's all right. To me, writing is a bit of a release. You're probably thinking, oh goodness, I'm about to read this pathetic girl's diary or something. I promise, it's not like that at all. But it'll be a pretty good glimpse into the real life of a teenage girl. Although I don't go out partying, doing drugs, drinking, and sleeping around like many my age, I have definitely skimmed the surface of nearly all of that and then some. The names of people and places in this book have been changed where needed to protect the privacy of such characters. This book will include experiences I've had dating as far back as I can remember, but they will be by no means in order. I know that this may make it seem like this will be a pot of some confusing junk, but I'll try my best to make it bearable. I just got on Tumblr. Huge mistake, because I know I'm addicted to it, yet I still let myself get sucked into my dashboard for over an hour. So now back to writing. You might be able to see now why I've never actually finished a book. Yes, I'll have notes like this throughout as well, and probably some pictures and sketches too. I'm going to admit that Tumblr is one of my guilty pleasures in life. I'll discuss plenty more of them throughout the course of my writing. If you choose to continue reading this, I do wish you luck, for I'm about to drag you through the past and back, whipping you then into a future that I can only hope for. You'll be able to see the things I've gone through, the ups and downs of the things I've left in the dust behind me, and the thoughts that currently swim within my brain's hyperenergy, and the dreams that I have for the days, months, and even years to come. I'll reveal my secrets to you as they rest peacefully nestled into these pages. I'll tell you the things that I'd never say out loud, and most of all, I'll be the one that's there for you when no one else is around. I won't make this some, oh, I woke up, went downstairs, had a bowl of cereal, and went to the bus stop kind of work. No one needs a repeat of Rebecca Black Friday. And I'm pretty sure no one wants to hear about some boring routine, everyday routine that you're already familiar with. But there will be things in here that may shock my family, maybe even some of my friends. When I write, I seem to have a steadier air of confidence. I find my voice. It comes crawling out of the shadows as soon as I pick up a pen. I made a deal with my parents a week ago that would get me off the hook from academics for the summer. I'm homeschooled, and they wanted me to go ahead and take on another semester of schoolwork over the summer so that I could graduate early. I've been working my butt off, and I'm already in a position to graduate early, so I told them that I wanted to take a break until the fall semester came around. They talked it over with each other and came back with the answer, "That'll be fine, but we're going to make a deal." That isn't usually something you want to hear from your parents. In short, I have to write a novel in 60 days, and I will not have to do the school courses. I've been writing for years, but I've never finished anything to a publishing point. Now I'm being forced to, and they will be paying for the editor and finding me a good publisher once it's finished. The whole thing was an or else situation. In other words, if I didn't have the book done by August, I would quit my job and make up 3 months of schoolwork on top of the regular school semester. I was excited about it at first. It seemed like a really good opportunity and everything. Then I started actually writing. I wasn't sure what I wanted to write about, and later decided that I wanted to try writing my first creative nonfiction piece. Although it's more or less a form of therapy because it forces me to look back on things I've tried to forget and face things I've buried in the past, it's rough. When I started writing, it was about the things I did when I was just a little girl. Then the more recent events in my life started knocking on the door. The next thing I did was try and write from the time and date I was currently in and then work my way backwards. The going backwards was a good idea, but it's not working exactly the way I planned. I'm going to have to start in the middle of time working back to the beginning and then finish with what's going on right now. I hate to throw you straight into the gritty, hard times I went through. I'm almost afraid you might get the impression that I'm a freaky, depressed teenager and put the book back on the shelf, but that's just a risk I'm going to have to take. But I can promise you it does all get better. It just takes some time and searching inside myself. I've also made a last-minute decision to compile a collection of poems, essays, and short stories, forming the rest of the book with such materials. The bottom line is that this project is very stressful, and I'm all over the place right now, so please forgive me. I'll be on one thing, and my mind will flash to something I had forgotten, and then I'll have to write it fast. I do that ever so often when I'm alone in my room, sitting on the couch listening to the rain, or when I'm out and about. Something will come to me, and I'll scramble for a pen to scribble it down before it runs from me. As of right now, it's May 31st, 2011, a little after 10 p.m., and I'm sitting in my pitch black sitting in my pitch black living room on my laptop. I don't really know what else to say in the prologue, so I guess is where I'll start the actual book. My next reader is Kayla Marie Craig.